Hey.
How you like that?
Oh boy.
How you like them actions?
TGIF, ladies and gentlemen.
Right there.
TGIF. How's your Friday going? It's very nice out. I hope everybody in here, out there listening to the show, is experiencing and has experienced the good weather that Halifax, Nova Scotia has to offer.
Yeah, it's nice out today.
It is nice out, but a little deceiving again.
A little cool.
A little bit cold.
A little brisk.
But in any regard, love to see the sun out there. Again, it kind of puts a different mood on your day. Gets you energized. Gives you that vitamin D. You know what I'm saying?
Not the D.
Not the D.
But the vitamin
But
D.
the vitamin D that we all crave and need. Anyway, hope your day is going well, ladies and gentlemen. I hope your evening and Victoria long weekend goes even better. But more importantly, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. Again, for Friday, May the 18th, 2018. And if this is your first time tuning into the show, myself and Tony find interesting news articles from around the world, and we bring them to the comforts of your home or wherever you may be listening to this. And unlike a lot of podcasts out there, ladies and gentlemen, this is done live, and we would love to hear your opinions and your comments on today's stories.
Yes, please.
And you may be wondering what those stories are.
What are those stories?
So without further ado, we're going to give you a rundown on what we're going to be talking about on today's show.
Yeah.
And first up, right out of the gate, a homeless man was arrested for paying at a Burger King with $10.
Shouldn't have done that. It was a big mistake.
That was a big mistake, paying for your meal.
Why?
More details momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, Tony's going to talk on Starbucks. Starbucks again, back in the news for more racism. And in this case, when you go up to the counter and you give them your name, they can write it on the cup. Is it a guy or girl? Gentleman?
Gentleman.
Okay, so a gentleman got his coffee back with a racial slur against his
Wasn't his name on there.
Yeah, against his nationality, which is unfortunate.
Starbucks does it again.
Yep. And continuing on the racism train, all aboard. There's a bunch of room, ladies and gentlemen. Racism.
Let's keep that chain going. Feed the fire.
A lawyer from New York City has been caught at local, I'd say like grocery mart / food eatery place, just spewing all kinds of hateful racism. We have the details and the updates with the story, and of course a little bit of video of the stuff that he was saying to staff at this workplace. It's pretty disheartening.
Yeah.
And finally, I guess this is a feel-good story. It's depending on how you look at it.
The story may not look like it is, but it is.
Yeah. Apparently there's a death cafe in Bangkok.
There is. But you don't die there.
It's more of a reflection of life.
It's a reflection coffin. We'll talk about that too.
I like it.
I want to go there.
Yeah, me too. Okay. After you told me about it, I was like, well, that sounds kind of
That's not a bad idea.
Interesting. Yeah,
it's interesting.
Anyway, if there's anybody out there celebrating a birthday, we couldn't find any of our famous friends. None of our famous friends gave us a shout on our phones today.
Yeah.
So
didn't hit us up.
There must be no famous birthdays going on. So it's perfectly fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you or a friend or a family member are celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Happy birthday to that friend. Happy birthday to that family member. Whatever. If your cat or dog celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to that animal. Shouts out to you doing your thing. Another year around this
beautiful
thing
globe.
this thing called life.
Yes, sir.
Let's kick today's show off with the homeless. Tony's favorite
I care for the homeless deeply.
part of society.
I don't care about my black cold little heart.
Yes. Well, you should get great joy in this then.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so
I'm very pleased with this story.
A homeless man was jailed for 3 months after trying to pay Burger King with a $10 bill. Now he's filing a lawsuit. So let me explain, ladies and gentlemen. Emery Ellis, a black homeless man in Boston, was hungry. He was so hungry, he went to Burger King one morning in 2015. But instead of breakfast, Ellis got a ride to the police station and more than 3 months in jail after he was wrongly accused of using counterfeit cash, he says. Now, Ellis is suing the fast food giant and franchisee for nearly $1 million, saying he was discriminated against because of his appearance. The lawsuit comes in the heels of recent cases of police being called on black people that have sparked uproar and claims of racial profiling. I mean, we've covered these all week.
A lot of them, yeah.
Guys can't even go inspect houses these days.
Getting arrested on their own lawn.
Yeah, getting arrested on houses they're inspecting.
Yeah.
When you move into your house or apartment, people call the cops on you.
Yeah.
It's you can't even go into a Starbucks these days and get a coffee.
Where can they go? Where?
I don't know where we can go.
Nowhere.
Yeah, apparently. So anyway, Ellis's attorney said the cashier likely wouldn't have questioned if the money was real if a white man in a suit handed him the same bill. Even if he did, the cashier probably would have apologized and said he couldn't accept the cash instead of calling the police. It's kind of odd. Just say, hey, we're not accepting cash. Why do you got to call the cops? Was the person being physical? Was he threatening anybody? Was he threatening you, your body, any customers?
It always comes down to calling the cops right away.
Yeah, I don't get it. Right?
It's the first thing they do.
What's wrong with having a little conversation, like a one-on-one? Like, this is not like Tim Hortons out in B.C. where people are throwing poop at you.
Oh, Jesus.
This man's
God for that.
Right? This guy has a $10 bill and he's just, he's hungry.
A burger.
And he wants a burger.
Hook him up.
So, quote unquote, a person like me would have gotten an apology, but a person like Emery somehow finds his way in handcuffs trying to pay for his breakfast with real money. I believe that's what his lawyer said. Burger King Corporation spokesman said the company does not tolerate discrimination of any kind, but cannot comment on the specifics in this case. The company said the franchisee is responsible for employee training and handling legal matters about the location. Two Guys Food Incorporated, the franchisee, didn't immediately return a phone message on Wednesday. A number of the cashier who was also named in the complaint couldn't be found in public records and wasn't immediately clear if he or she has a lawyer. Ellis's lawsuit, which was first reported by Digital Legal News, was filed this week, and he's seeking $950,000.
Ooh, hello.
His
feelings were hurt.
Should have just gave him the goddamn burger.
Yeah, would have cost you a lot less.
Would have cost you a lot less. Mm-hmm. So you may be asking why he was jailed.
Why was he jailed?
Okay.
We want to know.
So his arrest triggered a probation violation.
Ooh.
He was held without bail until his final probation violation hearing. So he was already on probation. And this call to the police
did it.
Sent him to jail for 3 months, unfortunately.
Ooh.
So, and now in this case, it's now become, on the heels of so much situations going on with racism and these companies, I don't know. I think his chances of getting this money are pretty good.
Pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? If a murderer here can get his $700 back for his shoes and wine after being committed first-degree murder, this guy should be able to fucking pull in something. There's no way.
And on top of it, the guy didn't even get his $10 back.
Or his burger.
Didn't get a burger, nor the $10 bill. They just kept the bill.
Everything.
Right? They just kept it all. It's interesting because I was reading through the comments in this story, and one comment said someone who worked in several fast food places, he has to say, what in the actual fuck? The registers have counterfeit pens. So if someone tries to pay using a fake bill, you're supposed to keep the bill and ask the customer to pay another way. If they have no other money, no sale. What the hell are the cops being called for? Unless the customer has become physical, there's no reason for police involvement, which I agree with. If he was being physical or verbally violent towards an employee or customer,
different situation.
Then go ahead.
Feces.
Yes, throwing feces. Call the cops. Be my guest, right? But in this case, this guy was just simply hungry, and he just wanted to get himself a Whopper.
A delicious Whopper.
A delicious.
Who doesn't love a Whopper?
Right? It tastes delicious.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They got to, I don't know. It comes down to training, I think, on people. You know what I mean? Like with these employees, if that's a standard procedure, you can recognize a counterfeit bill, recognize it, keep it, and ask the customer to pay another way. It's not his fault that he got a counterfeit bill in his hand. He didn't make it, obviously.
Right.
He came across it like anybody else, and, Yeah. Let the guy have a chance to have a burger. Come on, what's up with these people, man?
And you know,
get him arrested.
And that's another thing too. I'm very about. I'm about giving, and in these situations, sometimes if I don't want to give cash, which I don't have cash on me a lot of the time, if the person is genuinely hungry, I will go buy them a burger or something.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Tony would walk by.
I'd eat it in front of them. It's a good burger. Don't you wish you could have it? Counterfeit boy.
Yeah. Counterfeit
Mr. Counterfeit. Mr. Counterfeit. Oh boy.
Anyways,
that's so cruel.
Continuing on this train of stereotypes and racism.
Yeah, let's keep that ball rolling.
Yeah, and fast food chains and food and customer service.
Yes.
Starbucks back in the news for, again, their employees just, I don't know where they're hiring these people.
I don't know, but they seem to do it again and again and again. It's not good news for Starbucks on another racially biased situation here. With less than 2 weeks to go before the coffee chain closes stores nationwide to educate nearly 175,000 workers on how not to discriminate against others. I can't believe there's a course on how not to discriminate.
The fact that that's even a thing right now.
Oh my God!
Where you have to how to have a conversation with another person.
Pretty sad.
It is. Yep. It's 2018, and this is where we're at. This would make sense if it was like 1950s.
Yeah.
Like when a black man approaches, this is what you do. This is how you act. Yeah. Or somebody who doesn't look like you, this is how you act. But it's 2018, ladies and gentlemen, and people, I guess, still don't know how to act.
They're racist.
Racist.
And they need to be trained on how to not be racist.
Yeah.
The apology on social media came after a customer at Starbucks in Lacanda, Flitstridge, California, found the word beaner. It's B-E-A-N-E-R, a derogatory term used for Mexicans, printed on the side of his coffee cup instead of his name, which was Pedro. So not even close, obviously. Quotes coming from Starbucks spokesperson. One of our team leaders met with the customer this morning at one of our location stores in the area, and he accepted our apology. Oh, it's so special. Wow. This kind of mistake is unacceptable, and we will take additional steps to assess what happened here and how our partners can be better. It comes, of course, as Starbucks plans to close more than 8,000 of its company-owned stores on May 29th. That's huge.
Oh, for the training.
They're shutting down 8,000 to conduct its anti-bias training.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money gone, right? After a racially charged incident in April, which we talked about as well, the chain faced a public backlash as it called for a boycott when they arrested two men in Starbucks in Philadelphia. So once again, it happens. Those two names aren't even close, and it's printed on the cup, so they don't write it. At this particular location, it's printed right on the cup.
Yep.
So even less of a chance to make a mistake. I mean, you punch it in, unless it's got that iPhone autocorrect where it was completely something different.
There's no excuse.
But the fact that beaner, apparently, which I didn't know is a derogatory term for Mexicans, and this guy is Mexican.
This was my first time hearing it as well.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So I didn't know. Yeah.
And then apparently the man his name is Pedro. It's quite a big difference, and there's obviously it's not a coincidence that those two are connected there. So. I don't know. Starbucks needs to get their shit together. I mean, a lot of places do, but Starbucks in the last little bit has had a lot of situations that have not been good for them, and they're all racially charged. Like,
yeah, it's insane. It's just like the domino effect of racism is falling right now.
It seems to be pretty sad lately.
Yeah,
with these people getting arrested in circumstances they shouldn't be arrested in.
Yeah.
The customer service automatically, getting sucked into these situations where racism is happening, and police are called, and it's like, come on, guys, let's get it together. Anyway, it's going to cost them a lot of money. I mean, 8,000 places closed. That's a lot of money out of Starbucks' pocket.
Did they say how many employees are going to be involved in this training?
175,000 workers. So that's a lot of workers.
How long is the training?
It says for the day.
So let's say 8 hours.
Yeah.
That's good. Let's do this talking trends math.
Let's work it out here.
Let's say we're going to go for minimum $10 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just do $10 an hour.
Do $10
times 8 hours. That's $80. How many employees? 175,000. Okay, we're already $14 million.
There you go.
Times what? Oh, and that's it. Yes.
It's one day.
That's whole.
It's May 29th. It's going down.
Roughly $14 million, ladies and gentlemen.
It may not be a lot in Starbucks' pocket, but for one day,
for one goddamn day,
man, that puts it in some sort of perspective there. So, hopefully, Starbucks gets their shit together.
I'd say,
right?
Speaking of perspective, let's put in perspective on the roll call.
Roll call. Who's in the house today? We got Eric in the house, Bernie in the house. We have Jeanette, Paul, Karen. We have Shanice, Mike, Chelsea, Jonathan Cromwell, always in the house. Donnie in the house as well. I like that Eric, I think he was the one who set the alarm to make sure he didn't miss the show.
Thank you very much.
And that's good. Set the level. Yeah. People, you should all be setting alarms.
Yeah, exactly.
For Talking Trends.
Yeah.
Thank you guys
tell your friends and your family to set the alarms.
Yeah.
Come on in the Talking Trends family, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on in, baby.
Come on in.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, we very much appreciate it. From Tony's tiny little heart to my slightly bigger heart than his. Speaking of a man who doesn't have much of a heart at all, for what it seems like, again, the racism train continues on a Friday.
Choo-choo.
This pictured here, racist lawyer from New York City. So a man berated employees and customers for speaking Spanish in New York.
Yep.
In their native language. This guy, an American, was pissed off that other people speaking in their native language.
Yep.
He was mad. And describing them as undocumented and threatening to call immigration officials in a rant captured on a video, in which we will play for you very shortly. And the incident happened on Tuesday at a Fresh Kitchen in Manhattan. According to Edward Suazo, who posted a video of the encounter on Facebook, saying his wife and her friend were the target of the man's anger. The video starts with the man in a white collared shirt confronting employees and customers in the restaurant, quote unquote. Your staff is speaking Spanish to customers when they should be speaking English. The man says, holding a white iPhone. I don't know why that mattered, but anyway, but he was pointing at Spanish speakers for emphasis. Every person I listen to, he spoke it, she's speaking it. This is America, he says. Someone in the background interrupts him and calls him ignorant, as they should. Others hurl expletives at him. Look, for some reason I can't say that word.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, this is America. So ignorant. Another person tells him as laughter breaks out. A former client identified the man to CNN as Manhattan's attorney Aaron Schlossberg.
Call him Mr. S.
Yeah, S. Or we'll just call him Aaron for short.
Hey, Aaron.
How's it going, Aaron? How's your week shaping up?
How's your racist week shaping up?
Yeah. Anyway, so the man continued to express his displeasure to an employee and threatens to call Immigration and Customs Enforcement, a.k.a. ICE. My guess is that they're not documented. So my next call is to ICE and to have each one of them kicked out of my country, he says. If they don't have the balls to come here and live off my money, I pay for their welfare. I pay for their ability to be here. The least they can do is speak English.
Oh, boy.
This guy is just, wow. He's just on it, right? He then tells an employee, if you intend on running a place in Midtown Manhattan, your staff should speak English, not Spanish. A woman tries to engage the man just before he walks out. He turns around and says, honey, I'm calling ICE. Call ICE, the woman shoots back. Before leaving, he tells the woman, maybe you shouldn't eat that sandwich. Take a break from the food. Implying that she's probably maybe a little bit overweight.
Okay.
Anyways, the woman yells back, maybe you should get hit by a car, as the man storms out the restaurant. Yada, 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 folks. We have the video right here for your viewing and listening pleasure. We're going to hit you with it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
A day after his hate-filled tirade at a Midtown restaurant popped up on timelines around the world, Aaron Schlossberg didn't have much to say when Pix 11 confronted him Thursday morning.
Aaron, how does it feel a day after you made national news, dude? A lot of people want to talk to you right now, Aaron. Do you have anything to say?
Schlossberg, who is an attorney and was working a case at Queens Supreme Court in Long Island City, made a beeline into the courtroom, only responding with a smirk. It was a far cry from his now viral rant, where he lashed out at Spanish-speaking workers at Fresh Kitchen on Madison Avenue 2 days earlier.
So your staff is speaking Spanish to customers. If they have the balls to come here and live off of my money, I pay for their welfare, I pay for their ability to be here.
The disturbing episode sparked outrage across social media. And after it made the rounds, it turned out it wasn't the first time Schlossberg was caught on camera spewing hate speech.
It's so bizarre. I honestly don't even know a great way to describe it.
Willie Morris, a New York-based consultant, had a run-in with Schlossberg in 2016 while walking on a street in Midtown.
What country are you from? Who are you? I'm going to call the police.
Morris says Schlossberg intentionally shoved him when he made eye contact. The bizarre attack all came back to Morris when he saw Schlossberg's racist rant on the news.
You don't run into people. I'm a citizen here. You're not. You're an ugly foreigner. So you.
I was born in Massachusetts, grew up in Virginia, went to school in Alabama. You know, it just says to me that the rhetoric that our leaders put out and that we see broadcast, it makes a difference. It emboldens people. It gives people the courage to say things that maybe they wouldn't normally say.
You are not a Jew.
Schlossberg appears to be a regular at anti-immigrant rallies, appearing in at least 2 that surfaced online in the past 24 hours.
You're just angry.
For someone who has so much to say, he was at a loss for words.
Do you have anything to say?
When we approached him today.
That was
Well, it's been close to 48.
Wow. I mean, he has a history of this.
Yes.
It's not like it's a shock.
And it's so weird that, I mean, so a law firm kind of, I mean, I guess they probably didn't know or maybe didn't do a very well background check that they would partner with this man.
Well, here's the thing. He appeared in that other video we just saw, and they said he appeared at a couple anti-immigration rallies.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the firm knew about these rallies. I mean, they were already online. Maybe they didn't know.
Maybe not.
But he continued to have his job. Only now where it was exposed by mainstream media there had to be some action taken.
Right.
And there he goes. He's gone. So
yeah, there's been an update. I mean, even celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain chimed in saying this guy was basically a piece of shit, and his law firm that he was partnered with is looking to fire him. And I believe there's a couple other lawyers in New York City that filed for him to be disbarred for being a lawyer. So costly, my friend, for your racist rhetoric.
there goes your career.
Right? Was it worth it? Like for that, like the 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
10 years you spent in university.
Was it worth it? I hope it was.
Jeez,
I
buddy.
really hope it was.
Man.
But you know what? And deep down, I appreciate people coming out like this. I like it. So you get to know who they really are. I don't need the cloak. Don't shake my hand, give me props, say hello, and say you love me, and then turn around and hate on me. You know, just if you're racist, just let me know. I just don't want to spend my time and energy. Right?
Yeah.
This is
racist?
biggest commodity.
Be
I
racist.
don't want to waste my time with somebody like that. Just let me know. This is
Agreed.
perfectly fine. Like, I like it. I like what this digital age is exposing.
True.
It's exposing the truth of what everybody is, and I love it. And like this guy's living his truth, and I mean that's what he gets for living his truth.
And now he's done.
And now he's gonna be done. No one's gonna clearly hire him.
No.
For any case,
That ain't happening.
Unless a whole line of racists show up at his
It'd be a
place.
racist firm.
Yeah, it could be a racist firm. That could be a little cool thing you could have for yourself, sir.
Yeah. Might be time to move to another country, buddy.
Change your last name.
Yeah. Facelift.
Yeah, just get it all done. So
Get her
nobody
done,
knows
buddy.
you. And finally, speaking of self-reflection
Speaking of getting her done.
and getting it all done,
Getting it done.
this interesting Death Cafe coming out of Bangkok.
Bangkok's Death Cafe. Come for coffee and a coffin. Boom. That's their motto. So they ask you, can you pass the coffin test? Take off your shoes, climb into a Buddhist coffin, and relax on your back on the soft padding. It makes it sound nice, the coffin.
I'm in it already. I feel like closing my eyes and listening.
Yeah,
to it.
as the wooden lid slides over you. Now, stay inside 3 minutes, very dark minutes. When you're actually in the coffin, it feels like you're dead. Says Tammy, who's 15 years old, who jumped in the coffin.
15 years old.
Oh my God. She says it's comfortable.
Okay.
But I couldn't sleep in there or relax because I feel that I'm dead. Well, yeah, kind of, you would feel that way.
Yeah.
Death is that feeling when you think you will lose everything that you have today. And that's, I guess, the whole reflection. And that feeling when you won't be alive and not able to see your mom and dad tomorrow. She's freaking me out here right now.
Yeah, wow.
She says, I'm still freaking out. I felt like I just don't want to be in there anymore. So I guess the whole thing about this thing is, all right, it's a cafe. You can go have coffee. But as a part of it, if you choose to do so, there's a coffin there that you can go in. It's a Buddhist, obviously, place. So 3 minutes later, people come out. They're shaken. They're stirred, terrified, relieved, blissful. This is the feeling that people describe when they come out of this coffin for 3 minutes. This trendy, informal, shaded outdoor courtyard cafe also features a small fish pond, a Buddhist statue, and modern, mostly black decor.
Okay.
Why it's got to be black, I don't know.
Oh boy.
Here we go. If you don't know, if you didn't know its grim purpose, you might think the life-size skeleton sprawled on the sofa is a leftover Halloween gag, but no one laughs when they see the white coffin raised platform next to the cafe's table. So it's right in front of the table. So if you're having a coffee, this coffin is like a few feet away from you, apparently. Wow. The outside of the traditional gold-colored angelic spirits, the white coffin is open, awaiting its next human for free. Cost you nothing to lay down in the coffin, of course. So yeah, I guess the whole thing behind what they want you to do, the Lord Buddha taught often about death awareness. And he said that when one thinks it is aware of its death, it will decrease the me inside his mind, and he will decrease greed and decrease anger. So it's a reflective thing.
Perhaps the lawyer should take a seat in that.
Maybe you should put him in there.
And a couple Starbucks employees.
And lock it up.
And a Burger King employee or two.
Yeah.
Basically everybody on today's show.
There you go.
About.
Also said, if you think that tomorrow is your death day and you will die tomorrow, everybody will not use their valuable time to revenge his enemies or use his brain to think about how to be corrupt and how to get more money. So it's a whole reflective thing. Yeah. I don't know. You climb into this thing?
I was just going to ask you the same question.
Would you people climb in this thing?
I think I would do it.
Would you?
Yeah. I'm about that. I'm about the reflection.
Now, they close this thing over you.
Yeah, it's fine.
You know
I know it's not locked.
Maybe it is.
Yeah, maybe someone sits on it.
What if it was locked? Someone sits on it. Maybe.
I mean, I know I'm getting out 3 minutes, but yeah, I think it's a good time to reflect. I try every day. I try and wake up and be a little thankful for just waking up.
I think 3 minutes is a long time.
3 minutes is a long time to reflect, especially in a mystery coffin that you've never been in, ever.
Unknown box.
Unknown box. Unknown place. Like, let's say if it's your first time traveling over there, it'd be a jarring experience.
It is to most people.
Yeah.
Steph says she'd do it in a heartbeat.
Well, I would do it. I think I would do it.
3 minutes? I think I'd do it. I'm a little claustrophobic.
Yeah, I know you're a little cautious.
So
I can tell the way you move around the elevator.
I don't know if I could do it. Yeah, I don't like being in there.
Yeah. You're just like, the door's not open. Tony's just trying to push his way through.
At the door.
It's interesting.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'd make it. I don't know.
I think you could do it, man.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Just put on my AirPods and listen to something.
You don't get any AirPods.
Come on, man.
That's not the way it works. Self-reflection. You need silence. And yeah,
I need some self-reflection.
Self-reflection.
Yeah, I need some.
3 minutes.
It's not that long.
It's not that long in the grand scale things.
Listen, try doing a 3-minute plank.
That's true.
See how short that time is. Yeah, it ain't that short.
You're counting those seconds. Speaking of time, you're going to be counting down those
I'm crying
those
right
seconds
now.
This afternoon or later today.
Yeah, I got my insanity training later on. Haven't done it today because I was busy with meetings, and I will go there, do it right after this show.
Boy.
And then I will die.
Yeah, it's going to be
for sure.
But you know what? Your meal after is going to be so much better.
How was today's workout?
It was good.
No, it wasn't. I saw your video. It wasn't good.
It was the I don't know. There's a couple. Again, there's so many things in the workout that get you. Like there's some exercises you're like, I can do this, no problem. Yeah. But then it's either the following exercise that gets you, and then
you're ready to die.
Yeah, and then you're ready to die. And so, yeah, man,
it's death coffin.
Again, it's that. It's you don't even need a death coffin.
No, it is a death coffin.
It is a death coffin.
Sean T has created the death coffin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. And that's what's up.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. What are you doing this evening? What's going on? I mean, I can tell you a thing to go to if you're looking for something and you're in the city.
A little something.
A little something. Myself and DJ IV have this little thing called Bump and Grind. It's a R&B night, and today we're dedicating it to the year 2000.
Yeah.
So R&B from the 2000s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, and tomorrow we're doing it back to back. It's Victoria weekend, so we figured, people got some time off, and they like R&B music. So tomorrow will be the 90s edition of the R&B. So whatever fits your fancy. If you're more 2000s R&B, come on out tonight. If you're more 90s old school R&B, come on out tomorrow. We would love to see you. And you know what? If you're crazy, you can come out both nights.
Banging.
Yeah.
Yep. And in between that, why don't you get up early on Saturday morning and watch the royal wedding?
Ah, yes.
Kicks off at 5 a.m. Eastern time. That'll be 6 a.m. our time here in the Atlantic region. And watch all the coverage. It'll be fun.
Are you going to get up for
this? Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No, I'll watch the highlights on CNN later. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be there live. This is a big thing, apparently. People get together and they do a whole party, and it's a whole situation. I don't get it.
I never understood why there was such
the royals
with that, and just like celebrity weddings in general. Why it just causes, like, I don't know. It's just borderline pandemonium.
It is, and people all around the world are going to watch this thing. Yeah. So
I never understood it. It's two people,
Yeah. They should make a pay-per-view event, make some money.
They should make some, yeah. Thing. And you know what? They should even do it. Have sex right in front of everybody.
I like that.
Yeah, may as well.
Yeah, Meghan Markle.
May as well step it up.
Yeah.
Step it up. Have it. Make sure it's a Vivid.com exclusive.
Jesus.
Or Pornhub exclusive.
That would be the #1 selling video of all time.
It'd be pretty decent.
It'd be pretty good.
I'd pay for it. I would. That's the only weddings I would watch. I'd be like, all right, well, you guys gonna do it? All right, cool.
Yeah, I want the good shit.
Yeah, I want the good stuff.
Yeah,
the kissing stuff. Yeah, I've seen that before.
I don't care.
I want to know what you're into.
What are you into?
Yeah,
and some freaky shit.
Yeah, I need to
guarantee you that much. Them royals are crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, why don't you mix it up? Have a little bump and grind and a little bit of wedding.
Yeah, you can go to the bump and grind this evening, and then you can wake up a little early.
Watch the wedding. Get some sleep. And go back to
and then repeat for tomorrow.
Yeah, I like that plan. There's your weekend plan for you.
There you go.
Cancel all plans. And
come hang with your boys.
Yeah. Be good.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning into another episode of Talking Trends. We will be back on Monday. I know some of you guys probably have Monday off, but there's no breaks around here. Only when Tony goes away or when I go away. We'll be here on Monday for another Wicked Time show.
Wicked Time Show is what we're calling the show from now on.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see you guys back on Monday. You have the day off. Why don't you come chill with us at 5 o'clock? We'll be back. And we'll be seeing you then. Have a safe weekend. And we'll see you Monday.
Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Peace.
We out. Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. If you like the show, please subscribe below.